limited authority and why it is generally the exception if the estate is selling property. Usually, this route is taken when there are heirs that are not all on board, possibly uncooperative, arguing, or mistrust. Limited authority is much more complex and takes at least an additional 3 months than a full authority probate. Once an offer is accepted, the attorney will file for a court hearing for the confirmation of the sale, and that can be at least 2 to 3 months out. If another buyer wants to overbid, there's a formula for what their bid will start at. If you need more detailed information on that, please contact me. There are times to file for limited authority and the estate is selling the home. There was a case where the administrator, she wanted to be sure that the siblings knew she was being fair, so for peace of mind, she opted to file for limited authority. The question is asked, why are limited authorities less common? Well, let's look at it from the estate's point of view. First, it limits the pool of buyers who are going to be making offers on the property. They will be, with few exceptions, all cash buyers. They are typically investors and they're looking for a deal which is at least generally 15% or more below market value. Limited authority has cash buyers for several reasons. In the purchase agreement for the limited authority, there are no contingencies allowed prior to the court confirmation. After the sale is approved, the buyer is then required to close very quickly. If a buyer is getting a loan, they have to pay for an appraisal, which is close to $600. Their inspection is an average of $500, and they will be going through the process of getting a loan, which is a lot of work. They have to lock in their rate, and if it takes another 6 or 8 weeks to get the court confirmation date, it's likely they had to pay more to keep their rate locked in. Buyers getting a loan are the exception. Now, limited authority works better when we are in a market where the prices are increasing. However, what if we're in a declining market? If prices are going down, the buyer may change their mind. A drawn-out transaction time complicates it. The other factor that you most likely won't be aware of are the additional attorney fees. In addition to the structured fees of the 4321 rule, the attorney will file for extraordinary fees, which are above and beyond the structured fees, and the estate will be obligated to pay the additional cost. What if by chance your attorney has already filed for limited authority and you weren't aware of what it meant? It wasn't explained to you. If the estate is selling the property and there aren't other issues, my suggestion is that you insist that the attorney refile the petition for full authority. Do not be intimidated. This is the estate's money. He or she is not acting in your best interest. They will likely say it's going to take more time. It's going to take way more time to go through limited authority process than it does to refile for full authority. The money saved by changing to full authority will be substantial.